All right, there we are. We are live. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad you're not out shopping month end. Right? Wonderful having you here. Good morning to everyone on our live stream. So today is a Super Saturday. We will disclose what that's all about a little bit later. But you are now in our intro presentation here at DuePoint's head office. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending about 35 minutes, 40 minutes with you this morning as we go through our intro presentation. It's not so much a presentation as it is a business proposition. It is an invitation to come join us in this business. And so I hope over the next 35 minutes, 40 minutes, I'm able to give you enough information that you are able to make an informed decision. If you have any questions, reserve those until we are done. I'm sure someone has been kind enough to introduce you to this business, to bring you here, to get you on the live stream. So go speak to that person once we're done. You are free to ask me questions afterwards too. You're very welcome to come chat to me. I'm a friendly guy, I think. Approachable. Do I look approachable? I don't know. And if you're on the live stream, I think we've got Jane on the live stream as well as Bridgie. So if you're watching us on YouTube, you are most welcome to ask questions throughout the presentation. So without further ado, let's begin. So as I said, you're here at DuePoint's head office. We are, however, a division of another business called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are a registered insurance company. We have been around since 1952. Anyone older than 70 here? The people that aren't putting their hands up either. They're like, oh, why is it asking my age? And so we're a business that is very well established. I will touch on Constantia and our kind of business structure a little bit later in the presentation. But DuePoint is a fairly new division. We opened our doors almost to the week, 4 years ago, and we open our doors to the public. So anyone, any South African can join this business. We started this business. It was founded on the basis of being able to create a business that allowed people to empower themselves so that they could achieve social and financial change for themselves. This business is about empowerment. Our business is very much centered around what we call social entrepreneurship. This invitation, this proposition is about coming to join real business. Entrepreneurship. The beauty of real business is that you become accountable to your own results. That is a wonderful thing. That might scare some people, but that is what this business is all about. It's about empowering yourself, not us empowering you, empowering yourself so that we can mitigate all the risk we find ourselves in. You have come to Bryanston for one reason. Who got up earlier than normal today? I know some of you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's absolutely crazy, right? Why have you done that? What is the one reason you've decided to come watch this presentation? Don't tell me because the other person forced you to. For money, right? That is the social impact, the financial impact that we want to achieve with this business. And that is what the invitation is to come do. And so our mandate together, this partnership that I describe, is about creating greater channels of distribution for our business. And you get to enjoy the benefits of that. What is a channel of distribution? You create a stake for yourself in this business. Who wants to be a stakeholder in an insurance company? Before today you thought, no, I don't want any part of an insurance company. Yeah. Right? But we're going to go through the benefits of that. The way you create a channel of distribution for yourself in this business is purely just by connecting other people. The same way you are connected to this business, if you can achieve the same thing, if you can connect people successfully to this business, you get to create a channel of distribution for yourself. You get to create a stake for yourself. And the benefits of being part of this wealth creation system, number one, is that you get to create additional income for yourself. That is the reason why you're here. So that's the first benefit. Yes, we get to create additional income here at DuePoint. The nature of the income is very important to understand. Why? Because it separates us from all the other business opportunities. Who's looked at other business opportunities before today? Who will be looking at business opportunities after today? You can say yes. I don't mind if you say yes, right? We don't feel like we're the greatest business opportunities just by default. We do it because we strive to be in that position. But this benefit of creating recurring income, what it's all about. My father explained to me, so all of my wealth engineers know my story. My father explained it to me very nicely when I just started high school. He said, you want to get involved in business one day that pays you while you're sleeping. I thought, I had no idea what he was talking about. I honestly remember thinking he was talking about becoming a stockbroker or something, right? Wall Street. That's what I thought. That was what was in my head. I only came to appreciate his words much later, because when I started my own business, which was an advertising agency, which I ran for 15 years, did those words ring true? Because when I ran that agency, right, and we did a lot of work for the big banks around South Africa. We did a lot of work for Tsogo Sun. So we had really big clients. But the problem with our business is that we didn't make money while we were sleeping. Never. We made money when we were working. So how are you able to make money while you're not working? DuePoint allows you to do that. Why? Because you get to share in this very rare benefit of insurance companies that have what we call a book value that creates true annuity income. It frees you of the constraint of activity-related income. Employment, right? Employment, and whether you run your own business or not, the majority of businesses, and always employment, is very much constrained to activity. This is a problem. Why? Because if anything threatens your ability to be active, your income is threatened, your livelihood is threatened. And we see that in many forms. And that's another reason why you're here today, because you're trying to mitigate that risk. Unemployment. We've got 10 million people currently unemployed. Your chances of getting a job as a university graduate is 50%. Think about that. All that money you spend and the time you put in studying for a degree, and you can't find a job. Half your friends find a job, the other half sit at home doing nothing. Retirement. How many people can afford to retire today? Right? These are all problems related to the constraint of having to be active to earn income. At DuePoint, we remove that constraint. You are paid for the channel that you build, not for your activity. This is not sales, this is not commission, this is not a job. I'm going to expand on this when I talk about the power of creating an asset that you have ownership over. You have the ability to go and enjoy the power of duplication. This is leverage. It is your opportunity to build a team around you that can help you build a channel much faster than you can on your own. People collaborating with you in your business can introduce way more people than you can on your own, which means your income can grow exponentially in our business. On Tuesday, we've got Tell All Tuesday. Tell All Tuesday is when we get to invite real wealth engineers onto stage to share their story. All the wealth engineers we brought up are people that have been in our business for about 6 months or less. They've all increased their income by more than 50% month on month. We used to about 6% if you're lucky, right? Government gives their employees 6% raises a year. And that's coming to an end. Right? That's why we've got big problems at the moment, because the government has said that's coming to an end. Right? Again, the problem of activity-based income. So you enjoy the power of duplication. Our business, you will see, is very much invested in technology. Technology makes business easier, faster, more convenient. You can build your channel of distribution anywhere in South Africa. It doesn't matter whether you're in a rural area, whether you're in an urban area, whether you're an extrovert and love talking to people, or whether you're an introvert and prefer to stay at home. You can do everything from your smartphone. You can build wealth from your phone, right? And that's because of the technology that we invest in South Africa. We've got wealth protection. Our business is very much about wealth creation, but always at the same time, do we consider protecting our wealth, right? That goes without saying. You will see this reflected in the products that I'll introduce you to. They are very much about wealth protection. We have got 2 services. I need to add to legal access. We've got 2 services, legal access and Medicall. These are both free services available for all our active wealth engineers, completely free of charge. It is a lawyer at your disposal 24 hours a day, as well as a medical practitioner through our Medicall service, right? Our business has been purposely designed to be low risk. So this is one of the beautiful benefits of our business, is that you're here thinking this guy is trying to sell me on the business, but there's no downside to joining. You're thinking, well, what's the catch? When is he going to tell me I need to buy a starter kit? There's a registration fee. He's going to ask me to invest a lump sum of money in the business. No, no, and no. We have purposely designed the business to have almost no risk. Why? Because as a business, we're trying to achieve social impact. How can we achieve social impact when we jeopardize the people that get involved in the business by asking them for registration fees when they don't get to build businesses. We've got many people that join DuePoint that don't build businesses, right? We can't jeopardize those people at the same time. And so know that you are at liberty to try this business, to join DuePoint and see what you can do, because there's nothing to lose. There should be no fear in your heart when considering doing DuePoint. You can join this business not knowing anything about building a channel. Why? Because there's no downside. There is no downside. At the same time, we don't have qualifications or experience requirements. And then most importantly, I need to move this benefit much higher, is that you get to build an asset that you have ownership over. This is the antithesis. It is the opposite of employment once again. Why? What is employment like? Think about it for a second. You're going to work 8 hours a day for 45 years for somebody else. And what do you have to show for it when you get to 65? How many people are excited for their retirement because you've got a wonderful nest egg that's performing really well in the market and you can't wait to go retire on the beach and afford your cost of living for the next 35 years? How many people? There's almost no one in South Africa that can afford retirement anymore. Right? My father's forced to work. My mother-in-law's forced to work. She's already passing costs on to us. She's not even retired yet. People can't afford retirement anymore. So again, I go back to the question. Why are you sacrificing 8 hours a day for 45 years to someone else, helping them build their assets when you don't get to enjoy the upside? Why? We do it by default because that's the way the system works. I'm telling you, you need to start sacrificing time into building something you have ownership over. Because our channel of distribution that we build together, the channel that you have that pays you every single month, doesn't retire you. It doesn't retrench you. It'll carry on paying beyond your 70s, your 80s, your 90s, even beyond the day you die. Yes, right? That's why it's a good thing. I don't want you to come into this business considering only what you can get out of it in the next month. I want you to also consider what you can get out of this business over a lifetime. You will be able to seed your channel of distribution. Whether you've spent 5 years or 40 years building this channel, you will be able to pass that wealth onto your dependents, whether it be your spouse, your children, maybe even your grandchildren. You are not building wealth for yourself. You are building wealth for generations to come. Your photo will be on the mantelpiece for a long time after your death. That is called legacy, right? That is called legacy. You get to do that. And so I'm hoping that when you look at our business, you'll be happy sacrificing time because you're not doing it for someone else. You're doing it for yourself. It is the most important benefit for me. And then absolutely, finally, there's no selling involved. Who was worried about they're going to get asked to sell something today? You don't have to put your hand up. It's all of you. Even when Brendan approached me, I thought, I must sell insurance now. I'm a creative director. I never thought in my life I'd join an insurance company. Right? That's where design goes to die. Here I am. Here I am. There's no selling involved at DuePoint, right? Your only mandate, your job, your responsibility is purely to go out and connect other people to this opportunity. Everyone's moaning. You don't have to find people that need money. We all need money. We all need to try sort out our retirement, sort out this problem of inflation, sort out the risk of retirement and retrenchment and unemployment. The necessity exists already. Your only job is to tell people that this business exists, that they're able to come get involved in a business, that they build something for themselves that they own that can increase in income every single month. Like our Tell All Wealth engineers joining us on Tuesday. On average, increasing their incomes by 50%. A 50% raise every single month, month on month. That is the opportunity you're connecting to people. At the same time, you don't have to convince them. My job is to do the convincing. Your job is only to get them to sit down for 35 minutes. That's all you have to do. If you go speak to people, statistically, there will be those that join, right? And so you cannot fail in this business. We make the business very convenient because at the same time, our products are financially based products. There are no boxes. Who's been in the business of boxes? I love asking that question because everyone puts up their hand. I was in the business of boxes. All of us were, right? I used to get excited about business of boxes. You can touch and feel this stuff, but then you realize it expires, and then a new one comes out, and you've got all these old ones. The garage is stacking up. The spouse is moaning at you that you're taking up space in the garage. Don't have those problems. No stock, no distribution problems here at DuePoint. You will never have to bat an eyelid over product ever again. We have IT systems that take care of all the distribution. This business does not get any more convenient. But your success is predicated on your ability to build this thing called a channel of distribution. This is where the wealth lies. But you have to start off by making the decision of, yes, I want to be a wealth engineer, being a product owner, but most importantly, telling people about the business. That is where your wealth lies, right? And in this little example, we've got 5 people that have joined because this little red person went out and told people about the business. 5 people joined, very much for the same reason that they became wealth engineers. And so those 5 people go out and start telling other people about the business. And so you have this organic growth, this natural growth that takes place in your channel. Sometimes, whether you like it or not. Because once you introduce somebody, there's nothing stopping your channel from growing. We've got people that have come into the business and left years ago. Their channels are still growing. Still growing. Right? We looked at some case studies. There are people that came into the business and left after 6 months. Their channels are now sitting at 5,000, 6,000 people in their businesses. They don't even know it. There's a diamond mine they left behind. We're in mining. We know what diamond mines are. And so this is your channel. Every single dot represents a product owner, affording you an income every single month in the form of recurring income. This is the asset you build. This asset can grow every day. This is what mitigates retirement and retrenchment and the issue of having income constrained to activity. You can even sell this if you want. We've had wealth engineers sell their channels. You've got a business that's producing money every single month, whether you're working or not. You could take the next month off. Your channel looks like that. You could take the next month off. You could not tell anyone about DuePoint. Do nothing. Go sit on the beach. Is DuePoint going to pay you that month while you do nothing? Some people are confused, I can see. You still pay me while I do nothing? Yes. Why? Again, I'll say it again. This business is not constrained to your activity. The channel is what's paying you every single month, not your activity. It's not sales, it's not commission. You're building an asset. Rich people build assets. Did you know that? They don't do jobs. Jobs are boxes. It doesn't matter what your job is. You can be a heart surgeon, you can be a lawyer, you can be a hairdresser, an electrician, a plumber, a boiler maker. It doesn't matter. If you have a job, you are in a box. Go Google it. What do heart surgeons earn? They will tell you the bracket. Heart surgeons don't get to earn more than a certain amount, right? In entrepreneurship, there's no limit to the upside. How do we pay our wealth engineers? It is very simply based on this remuneration table. When you go out and start connecting people, you connect them to your, what we call, first point. You are responsible for your first point, right? Anyone you introduce successfully onto your first point, every product earns you 55 Rand every month. So this weekend, if you went out and connected 10 people, you would be earning 550 Rand a month. That's 6,000 Rand in a year you've just generated for yourself. This first point is go out and start connecting other people onto your second point. Look at the table. 55 Rand again for every product on your second point. The second point is connect people to the third point, so on and so forth. The product gets further away from you as your channel starts to grow and grow and grow and grow. Right? That multiplier reduces the further the product gets away from you. All the way down to point 8. Point 8 is a big channel. You're earning 4% of the 27 Rand 50 on point 8, but we don't stop you there. There's a little plus sign next to the 8. See that? Why? Because we're telling you we will pay you 4% from point 8 in theory to infinity. There is no limitation placed on the size of your channel. There's no limitation placed on how much you can earn at DuePoint. So when I spoke about committing 45 years to this business, know that there's no limitation in the 45 years. How big a channel can you build in 45 years? We've got wealth engineers that are built to point 30 in the space of 2 years. How big a channel can you build in 45 years? What can you do? How big a stake of this insurance company do you want that allows you to earn money while you're sleeping? Lynette's channel grows by 800 people a month. Think about that. She only knows maybe 1% of those people. Why? Because she's got a flourishing channel that she's active in constantly, that grows every single day with strangers. Imagine making money out of strangers. That's what we do in this business. This is entrepreneurship, right? We've built this path to success. It is an academic way of looking at how much money you can earn over the next 60 months. It's 5 years, right? So your 5-year plan may be this. It is based on someone who's been able to connect 2 new people onto their first point every single month. After 6 months of connecting 2 people every single month onto your first point with some duplication, at around month 6, you should be around 2,500 Rand a month. That accelerates quickly. This business has the potential of having exponential growth, right? Exponential growth is not linear. It's like that. It's like that. And so suddenly, by month 12, you're nearly at 10,000 Rand. After 2 years in the business, you could be close to 30,000 Rand. After 3 years in the business, 50,000 Rand per month. 4 years in the business, you're going to be close to about 70,000 Rand. 5 years in the business, we estimate that you'll be close to about 85,000 Rand a month. Imagine earning 85,000 Rand a month in your side business. You might not believe me that that's possible. But I'm telling you, it's possible. Why? Because we have got tens of thousands of people coming through this business, and many of them are doing it. Some a little bit slower, some a little bit faster. Everybody is different. You're at liberty today to decide what you want from this business. How can I say that? Because the business is identical for every single person that decides to join it. There is zero discrimination. You don't have a boss that has decided what he or she thinks about you. You don't have this resume that says, this is my experience and this is what I can ask to earn. We don't care about your education or where you're from, whether you're in an urban area or a rural area. It does not matter. Today you get to decide what you want. No one's allowed you to ask that question before. What do you want? Do you believe that you can earn 100,000 Rand a month out of this business? Maybe that's not what your necessity is. Maybe you focused on just getting an extra 1,000 Rand or 2,000 Rand a month. Maybe that'll make a difference. That's fine. Focus on that. But I'm telling you, don't limit yourself to that, because there's no limitation in this business. We are 4 years old. Who thinks that's a long time? Most people that start businesses only look to start making profit after 5 years. You can make profit in your first month in this business. In your first month, without any expenses. Decide what you want out of DuePoint, right? You get to decide that. On top of our returns program, we've got a rewards program. The rewards program is made up of all kinds of things, from cash checks to holidays, cars, tools. It basically rewards you when your channel gets to certain milestones, right, in size. We call them ranks. One of the first notable ranks is rank 5. Business toolkit value at 12 million Rand, made up of DuePoint merchandise so that you look like a professional when you go out and prospect. We take that a big step further. At rank 7, we get you very, 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 very special business cards manufactured in your name. They are special because no one else has business cards like this in the country. They cost us 17,000 Rand to make. There's no printing. There's no printing on these cards. There's only gold. Remember the Bibles? I don't think they do them anymore. It's called gold gilding, where they gold foil the edges. Same process happens on the business cards. We use 4 sheets of board to make one business card. When you put down a 17,000 Rand business card on the table, I promise you, you set yourself apart from all the other businesses that person's looked at and will ever look at. It is always about a first impression. A first impression is key. And DuePoint pays heed to that fact, right? Because we try to bolster your first impression as much as possible. At rank 9, we get to invite you and your family to our rank 9 international conference. It is 7 days away. It's an all expenses paid trip. It is always a 5-star resort. It's business class flights, and it's all expenses paid trip. We don't say we'll meet you at the airport. We come pick you up at your house and we bring you to the airport. You get to enjoy a week with your family to experience what it feels like to be truly wealthy. Why do I say that? Because the rooms that we put you in cost about 20 to 25,000 rand a night. I tried to stay a little bit longer after one of our Rank 9 conferences. I said to my wife, we're going to Umhlanga when we get back. 25,000 rand a night! Who has that kind of money? Right? But we allow you this freedom over 7 days because that's where DuePoint wants to take you permanently. We want to get you there permanently. Think about when you can take a holiday anytime you want that costs you 25,000 rand a night. We'll have wealth engineers get there someday, right? But Rank 9 is a taste of that. So I want you to really enjoy this video because you're all invited to our Rank 9 trip. All of you. Every single person in this room has the freedom to join us. How does that look? Ooh, now that I'm in charge of the lights, I've got to remember to put them on. How does that look? Do you think you'll feel like a millionaire on that trip? You certainly will. You certainly will. We've already received our proposals from our supplier for this year's Rank 9 trip. So we've already started planning for December 2020's trip. And they're proposing helicopter transfers from the airport to the hotel again. You know you got cash when you arrive at the helicopter, to the hotel by helicopter. That's when everyone else looks and goes, who's arriving? It's Beyonce. It's Beyonce. Oh, no. It's just wealth engineers. That's how we treat you. We want you to be there permanently. 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 rand buying you a brand new car. Brand new car, right? This has just recently happened for Lynette and Frikkie. There you can see the photo of them in the dealership in Vanderbijl Park. I went out there to meet them and celebrate the handover of that car with them, right? Lynette sat down to sign the papers. The dealer said, DuePoint paid cash this morning. Cash for that car. no debit order, no finance, brand new car in your garage, how much closer are you to becoming wealthy? This is, rank 11 can be done in 2 years. The record to rank 9 is 5 months. By rank 9, you're earning 20,000 Rand a month in your side business. Our program goes up to rank 28. These are the baby steps. These are still the baby steps. Our business is very much built on the products, though. Our products have been innovated, so designed from scratch, and they speak to the principles that the business opportunity speaks to. They are not arbitrary products. We're not selling vitamins or meat or all these other business opportunities that they try to propagate, right? How is that going to help society? It isn't. That is not where the necessity lies. The necessity lies in wealth creation and wealth protection. Our products serve that necessity, right? So let's go through the products. Access Wealth, 334 Rand a month. 100 Rand gets invested into a tax-free investment fund in your name. You've got full access to that fund. And there's also an insurance portion on this investment. 125,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. We have removed risk profiling from all our products. What does that mean? It means there's no discrimination with our products. It doesn't matter what age you are. As long as you're over the age of 18, you can take out any product. The price is the same for everybody. We don't want to know your blood sugar, why you've been to the doctor for the last year. We don't want to know that stuff, right? It opens up the business to everybody. Remember, I said all South Africans can join this business. Then we've got Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is 249 Rand a month. It gives you only insurance, only personal accident death cover to the value of R1,000,000. We've got Family Wealth. Family Wealth is our funeral plan product. It's probably the best funeral cover you can get in the country at the moment. 299 Rand a month gives you 20,000 Rands of funeral cover. It covers up to another 5 family members, right, or dependents. You as the principal member also get 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection, so that when you die, not only are your funeral costs covered, but we also pay any liability, any debt that you might have up to the value of 10,000 Rand. You can increase that cover to 30,000 Rand as well as up to 10 family members. There is an age limit on Family Wealth of 70. You've got to join before you're 70, but once you're covered, it becomes whole of life. In other words, you can live to 120, you'll still be covered by Family Wealth. As long as you join before the age of 70. We've got Legal Guard, which is a legal indemnity product to the value of 250,000 Rands worth of legal indemnity that you get for every matter. There's no limitation on the amount of legal matters that you might need cover for, right? With that, you get a host of legal services from lawyers. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points is our Buyers Club program. We have partnered with a number of businesses around South Africa, of the likes of Mazda, Mahindra, Ford, ShopRite, Checkers, Cell C. Those are the biggest ones, but there's a list of probably about a dozen or more. We have negotiated discounts and services from those partners that you get to enjoy as a Wealth Points member, right? In the hope that you will spend less every single month. We're all buying groceries. You're all paying for data, for voice. Everyone's got a car typically, right? And so through that program, you should be able to spend less. If you can spend less, you can get rid of your debt quicker. If you can get rid of your debt quicker, you can become wealthier sooner. Right? Do you see the necessity that the products serve? They are not arbitrary products. We've got our two WealthPoint, our two DuePoint benefits. These are completely free of charge. Every active wealth engineer has access to legal access and medical. Legal access is a lawyer at your disposal 24 hours a day, telephonically. Medical is a healthcare professional. So this is very interesting when we approach these suppliers. They said 80% of doctors' visits don't result in a prescription. So think about that. You're going to a doctor to get advice where you can get whatever medicine you need from a pharmacy without prescription. So why not phone the doctor over the phone, tell him or her what the problem is, get the advice you need. 80% of the time, it doesn't result in prescription. That means 80% of a lifetime for you and your children, you can remove those doctor's visits and the cost thereof, just through being a wealth engineer. Because it's absolutely free of charge, right? 24/7. Who's got children? The kid starts coughing like a dog in the middle of the night and you're panicking, right? You can phone. They've got specialist pediatric division in the call center. It's amazing. It's amazing. So 2 free services for all our wealth engineers. Go watch the review videos that we've done on each of the products. I've glossed over the products really quickly, but I want you, when you become a product owner here at DuePoint, or even whether you don't, Go look at the video so that you can understand what you're getting for the products, right? Because it'll give you a much greater sense of appreciation of what we've done with those products. They've been innovated, designed from scratch for wealth engineers and South Africans. So go do that for yourself. The Achiever Quest. So we've got a little announcement after this where we're adding to this, but we've got one day left of February, but from tomorrow there is news to be had. The Achiever Quest is a monthly incentive that we run. You don't have to wait for your channel to build. If you've got necessity now, if you want to earn a lot of money in your first month at DuePoint, you can do it through the Achiever Quest. If you're able to connect 10 or more people in a single month, there is additional benefit waiting for you. 10 or more will earn you 5,000 Rand on top of your returns and rewards. 20 people in a single month that you connect successfully will earn you 10,000 Rand. 30 people, one person a day. Knocking, I've never had that before. Was that knocking? Someone knocking outside, or someone just dropping a cell phone that bounced twice? Okay. 30 people will earn you 15,000 Rand on top of your returns and rewards, right? We had people over December, that's when the most necessity is, people smashing this Achiever Quest, earning 20,000 Rand on top of their returns and rewards, right? At the same time, you've built this channel, right? You've given almost like explosive growth in a single month. That goes on to carry on, right? You get to increase your recurring income. So that's available every single month. You can do this. That's 180,000 Rand a year that you can boost your returns by. A little bit of background on our business. Anyone considering doing DuePoint, I don't want there to be any skepticism left. I've got no problem. I actually appreciate people who arrive skeptical. It means you're thinking, you're looking out for yourself, right? You're not gullible. Just because someone like me is telling you something doesn't mean you have to believe it. And so it's very important that you go do your homework on our business. Go do your homework. Go to the DuePoint website. Go read the about stuff. Click on that compliance button. That's my most hated button, compliance. But it's necessary, right? Because it allows us to be ethical and transparent in our business dealings. Go look at that information that we've posted. Know that because we're part of Constantia, we're a registered insurance company. And so we are also regulated by the financial no longer called the Financial Services Board, the FSCA. You can go to the FSCA's website, type in Constantia. You'll see all the financial licenses that we have, that we're allowed to operate under. We are part of a greater group called Conduit Capital that's listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. Every public company in South Africa has to be audited publicly. And so you can go look at that annual report. Go Google everyone. Go hello Peter them. Do what you need to do so that when you join DuePoint, you are proud of the partnership that you've entered into. Why? Because you are accountable to the people you're introducing to DuePoint. You better be sure that you are introducing them to a legitimate business. That is almost your responsibility, right? You don't want to lead people astray. Go do your homework, right? I want you to be invested in this business. I want you to know, not because I tell you, because you've done your homework, that you are part of a credible business that is invested in the long-term lives of wealth engineers who have decided to partner with us. Very important step for me. The decision that you need to make is not whether you want to join or not. We're beyond that, right? You already decided you wanted to join when I finished talking about assets on the benefits slide. The people that are going to partner with us in DuePoint, you have a very big decision to make. That decision is, how do I fit DuePoint into my life? How do you fit us into your life? We've got full lives already. You might have to push a couple of things out. Might have to get rid of a child or two. They take up a lot of time. Right? People who don't have kids are not considering getting official warnings here about children. You have to look at your priorities. Not because DuePoint is a massive commitment. It isn't, right? But it is a regular commitment that you have to make. A regular one. Don't treat this business as a New Year's resolution. Don't treat it like a hobby. Don't think you're only going to be able to do it when you feel like doing it. This is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is challenging, but the rewards are worth it. The rewards are worth it, right? So that's the decision I want you to make. Getting started, very simple, 4 steps. Register as a wealth engineer. The person that's introduced you to DuePoint will help you get registered. You can do it online on our mobile app. It is a 5-6 minute process, very quick. Download the DuePoint app for yourself. Before we go into the next workshop, make sure that app is downloaded and installed on your smartphone. It is the only app on your phone that can make you money, right? So make sure it's downloaded and installed. Watch the training videos. You want to become an expert. We got wonderful testimony. I think it was Lynette that sent it to us, of one of the people in her channel that got involved in business and was doing DuePoint and building channels. Didn't watch a day of training. And then when everything came crumbling down, realized, let me go watch training videos, and then was amazed to see that she actually learned something. We are not like other businesses. This is a very unique business, right? Go make sure you understand it. Go watch the training videos. It's not a 5-year degree with a 50-50 chance of making money. It is a 30-day process where you go watch the training videos and you are guaranteed to make money if you put the time in. And then finally, if you want to start earning in our business, we start paying you once you've connected 3 people successfully. Not 1, not 2, we start at 3. 3 is your first goal at DuePoint. It is a very important goal because it's a goal that allows you to earn. It's a goal that allows you to get a SMS from the bank that says, we have credited your bank account. I know we're used to the other SMS at the end of the month, the one that starts with a D. You know that one. We want to get rid of those. Imagine being in a position one day, even me, I can dream about that, when there's not one debit order that goes off your account. Not one. Imagine how quickly your income grows when there are no debit orders going off. You're one of those parents that pay up front for school fees. You know that checkbox on the form. Do you want to pay up front? You think, who puts that check? You can be one of those parents. Pay up front. No debit orders going off. The car in your garage is paid off cash. You're going overseas every single year with your family. It's paid for. That's the life we're inviting you to come partner in. Right? This is the journey we want to take you on. It starts with 3 people. If you can connect 3 people into this business, you can connect 3,000 people. Think about 3,000 people going out and helping you build your channel. Someone like Lynette and Fricky, 800 people joining their business a month. A month! That's in the space of 48 months. Where are they going to be in 20 years' time? Maybe hobbling around a little bit. But hobbling around and rich! Hobbling around and rich! Right? So, your first goal at DuePoint, once you become a wealth engineer, is finding 3 people. You find 3 people, right? That is your first goal. When your lead wealth engineer phones you, you better have a reason why you're not qualified. Our social media platforms that we're available on, this allows us to create this wonderful culture that we're all involved in, this bubble at DuePoint, right? Connect with us. Wherever you are in South Africa, make sure you're connected on all these channels. The app is available for Apple and Android devices, and then very importantly, get yourself merchandise. The merchandise shows people, right, that you meet for the first time, that you're invested in this business you're about to tell them about. Whenever as a salesperson, I know we're not involved in sales, but in traditional business, people that are client-facing typically have a name badge or they've got some kind of corporate clothing, they've got business cards. Why do you think businesses do that? I'm not about to give you a lesson on branding. I assume that you know and appreciate the value of showing people that you're invested in a business by using merchandise. It is a trick. Right? It is to show people, I'm invested in this business. I'm going to tell you about a business I am passionate about. Make sure you get business cards. I know it might sound old school, business cards, old school. Today, I'll just hit you up on Facebook, on LinkedIn. No, you get the business cards because people look at you and go, this person looks professional. I can trust this person. Right? So make sure you get the merchandise. We can courier it anywhere in the country. Reminders, a couple of announcements. We've got our first encounter of 2020 being held in Durban in a couple of weeks' time. This is opportunity for the entire country to build their channels out of Durban. This is not for Durban to build in Durban. Durban's already building in Durban. This is for the entire country to build their channels in Durban. How do you do it? You invite anyone you know in Durban. Someone came to me and said, I don't know anyone in Durban. You're not going to be rich if that's your attitude. How do you find people in Durban? I go to Google, I say, small businesses in Durban. Plumbers in Durban. Electricians in Durban. Hairdressers in Durban. I will get a name and a cell phone number in the results. I can phone small business owners. Say, hey, I see you involved in small business. You can even tell a white lie. Say, hey, you gave me a haircut 3 months ago. You fixed a plug in my house 6 months ago. Do you remember me? No, but I want to speak to you about business. Right? Invite as many people as you can. Not to one encounter, to all 5 encounters. We have posted the dates already in our events as well as on Facebook. Take advantage. You want a business that is making money out the entire country, not where you live, right? We've got technology that allows us to do this. Tattle Tuesday, I've spoken about it already on Tuesday. The theme of the evening is being able to grow your income every single month. We've got these wealth engineers that have been in the business for less than 6 months, just operating, building their businesses every single month, which means their income is growing every single month. Do you know how exciting that must be to see that your money goes up every single month? Every single payment, DuePoint money is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's entrepreneurship. That is power duplication happening, right? And so join us on Tuesday. Come to head office. We're always happy to have people, our live studio audience, but join us online if you have to. And then we've been announcing for the last week that yesterday was our last intro presentation at a lunchtime. We just find that it's a bit difficult for people to come out on a Friday in the middle of the day. So we've cancelled that intro presentation. We still have the 4 other live intro presentations that we do every week: Tuesday night, Thursday night, Wednesday lunchtime, and Saturday morning, like we're doing now. We've got presentations available on YouTube at any time of the day. You can go pick your favorite one. I know a lot of the wealth engineers have a favorite intro presentation that they refer to all the time, but we're introducing some new things. And so we're going to be announcing it at our workshop that's going to start at 11:30. Our workshop starts. Super Saturday starts in earnest. It's already started. You already saw clues of what Super Saturday is. You saw a little VIP cordoned off area that is part of our Super Saturday effort. And so we're going to be launching a couple of events. Super Saturday, which is today. It'll be the final Saturday of every month. And then another announcement, Boost events. And then we're also going to be announcing a new Achiever Quest. So that'll all be happening at 11:30. I will round you all up and get you back in the room, and we will start those proceedings. And with that, my audience, my live studio audience, my audience online, my wish sincerely, always, is that this year, 2020, you find prosperity this year. What is prosperity? What is prosperity? Prosperity is when you're not stressed at the end of the month. Prosperity is not when you start stressing about December, about when your kids have to go to school in January and you don't know how you're going to afford school fees, or you spent all your money in December because you're trying to pretend you're prosperous in December, buying too many presents, going out for food too often, and then in January you realize, oh dear. I want you to have a prosperous 2020. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to do it with you. We are going to do it together. That is what I am inviting you to come join us for. Come join us in this business, on this journey towards that end. I go back to the beginning of our presentation. This business was founded on the principle of empowering people and allowing you to affect social and financial change in your life. That is the invitation. And so I wish that for you this year. Whether you join DuePoint or not, I wish that for you. Because outside of this business, there is not a lot of prosperity to be had. Right? We can be the solution in our beautiful country. We can do it together. Good luck. Thank you.